Wagwan y'all, it's Dimz. So, Breeze in the Clouds. Well, not so recently, I played the demo of Breeze in the Clouds. This was at Furry Weekend Atlanta 2024, which was last year May. And this demo build was originally for MagFest 2024, which was last year January. Like I said, not so recently. This is a game whose development I have been following for years, so finally getting my hands on it, it got me excited. Not only that, but the developer, SrBilyon, allowed me to actually record direct gameplay, so please enjoy the only direct gameplay footage of this on-site demo. The full gameplay without my commentary or impressions will be on my second channel, link in the description. So what is Breeze in the Clouds? As far as I can tell, it is a 2D platformer beat 'em up game. You move left to right on a 2D plane, you jump up and down on platforms, and you're able to combo the heck out of baddies like any self-respecting beat 'em up allows you to do. The special thing about Breeze in the Clouds is that there's truly a reason for the seasons because the game is all about the weather. You might can tell this by just looking at the characters and how they all fit into certain factions, and I do like how the game does use weather a bit more than just hot, cold, and windy. Like, there's a whole faction that is just dedicated to clouds, which I guess shouldn't be too surprising given the name of the game. Anyways, so in game, the weather is represented by this little thermostat. If it is hot when there's a cloud out, it will make rain, and this rain will cause things to become wet. And if things are wet and you find a way to make the thermostat go cold, it will cause freeze. I think this is really cool because it means you are able to create specific combos that cause certain elemental effects. It also means that some areas may have permanent climates, so it would hinder some of your combos or strategies, or even your assists. Speaking of, there are assists and transformations in this game. It seems like assists are unique and they will either change the weather, extend your combos, or sometimes even both. While transformations will just change your moveset and possibly your element. If I were to guess, I would say that transformations are tied to story progression and are based off of certain characters you meet in the story, while assists would most likely be tied to the friends that you meet that you may have to do side quests to obtain. All in all, the game feels great and it has potential. It even has some cool extra little mechanics like perfect parries. But I do want to talk about my pros and cons when it comes to my impressions of the demo. So let's start off with the cons. After sitting and thinking about it, I think I only have one con for this demo, and that is the controls. On its face, the controls are simple enough, but my issue lies in what I find to be a bit unnecessary. Usually when it comes to 2D platformers, I tend to like to use the D-pad for movement or an arcade controller, but I can't do that here because the D-pad is tied to the use of your assists. Also, the directionals of the right stick is tied to your transformations. All this while the shoulder buttons on the controller go unused. In my opinion, games like this should try to condense the amount of inputs needed to play the game as much as possible. I do understand that there are some 2D games that do need and benefit from having extra controls, but I don't think that this is one of those games. The remedy for this issue seems to be to have the inclusion of a robust controller/input remapper, which is something I feel like every game should have nowadays. Now, let's talk about my standout pros. My first pro is the art style and the characters are great. This is an all-around great looking game, which matters since you're expected to play the game for about 5 to 10 hours, while on top of that possibly engaging and empathizing with various characters. I even have two favorite characters from their designs alone so far, one being Soto, who's the main boss of this demo, and the other one being a character called Flood, who I expect I'm going to learn more about when the full game comes out. My other pro is the gameplay bones of this game is great. I feel like that this game can get super difficult, and that prospect, it excites me. From recent feedback of the MagFest 2025 demo build, it sounds like that normal people already thinks that this game is already pretty difficult, but I know that this game can go even further beyond. This game kind of feels like what Kingdom Hearts has, where the average game is pretty simple and straightforward, But then there's some secret fights that will truly test your will.
They jumping me! They jumping me!
So if I were to make a request, I would say keep the normal game experience, pretty tame. But then add maybe 1 or 2 secret boss fights in the game, like some truly hard boss fights. Also, reward the players that actually beat those boss fights, with maybe something like a shiny cosmetic, or even a hidden assist character. That would really be cool. Well, those are my impressions of this demo build of Breeze in the Clouds. I do still look forward to the full release of this game, which should be happening sometime this year, but give or take, we'll see what happens. And if I'm able to play the updated demo build of the game, I'll be sure to record my thoughts and responses to that if things have significantly changed. Thank you once again to the head developer of the game, SrBilyon, for allowing me to play and to record footage of this game to share and show you all. Also, if you do want to see the full footage of everything that I can show that I've recorded, it's all uploaded to my secondary channel. Link is in the description. If you're looking to stay tuned to find out what's my thoughts when the game finally releases in its 1.0 version, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Like the video if you did like it. Also, please leave a comment on your thoughts on the game overall, if you were able to play it, or if you have not played it, or if there's just questions that you have about the game that you would want me to figure out next time I do play it. Above all else, I hope that you all have a great one. Thank you for watching.